in 24 hours. The WWE heads to Chicago for the 2026 Elimination Chamber. Who will go on to WrestleMania to challenge Jade Cargill and Drew McIntyre? We're going to predict it right here in Alex's World. Hello all and welcome to Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alex, just Alex, and this is your WWE Friday Night SmackDown review for February 27th, 2026. But it's also your WWE Elimination Chamber 2026 preview and predictions. We will do that after the SmackDown review, so stay locked. We have a big show for you tonight, previewing what is said to be the final PLE, pay-per-view PLE before WrestleMania 42, which, even as I speak, is lacking in terms of hype. It's lacking in terms of excitement. Even the wrestlers are having to admit, yeah, it's kind of lost its luster. AJ Styles said that. I didn't say that. I mean, I've been saying that, but that came straight from AJ Styles when he was asked, why didn't you want to end your career at WrestleMania? It's just literally a few months away. And AJ Styles said, I'm not going to lie to you. WrestleMania has kind of lost its luster. Yikes. You don't want people saying that. But Cody Rhodes, he's remaining hopeful. He said, hey, I think this year's WrestleMania is going to be a sleeper. I know that people aren't that excited about it. This is going to be a sleeper. We'll have to see. We're definitely going to have to see what they come up with because so far, I'm not excited. I'm not. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I am. I'm not paid to say I am. And even if I was paid, I'm not going to lie to you. If I was paid to say it, I would probably still kiss up and say it's great, still say it's awesome, but I'm not, so guess what? But real talk, I'm a bit worried about what they're getting ready to do. And hopefully they get things in order after Chamber, because they got me worried. They got me shaking. So here's the lineup for tonight. We got to talk about AJ Styles. AJ Styles officially retired, at least when it comes to WWE. And it's looking like he's retired for good. Because we all kind of figured, all right, he's retiring for WWE, and then he'll finish up his career in TNA and or AEW. But he's done with WWE. Well, after seeing what happened on Monday Night Raw, nah, he's done. Matter of fact, he's already signed a new contract to train wrestlers for a big amount of money. And we also have some details on what led him to retire. And more things that he said that confirms, yeah, he's done. Including what seems to be severe neck injuries or severe neck pain. Which usually is what brings a lot of wrestlers to basically say, yeah, we're done. I'm out of here. So you got that. Jey Uso was taken out of the chamber after literally winning his spot on Monday. Now, we all know originally that spot was supposed to go to Mr. Tsunami himself. And unfortunately, he got injured during the match. And that sucks. It does suck that Bronson Reed was taken out due to an injury. And it was over the safest spot you can do. Just a roll. A safe roll to break up a pin. And he tore he immediately knew he tore his bicep. And so he's out 6 to 9 months. And so goes the division. Seth, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed are out. Now, Bronson Reed, unfortunately, will not be in the match. So they decided, all right, we'll put the other Vision member in the match, which is Logan Paul. Because Jey Uso was taken out at the beginning of the show. Who took him out? Who could have done it? We all just assumed it was the Vision. It was never revealed. So I'm assuming whoever attacked Jacob Fatu is who attacked Jey Uso. But regardless, Logan Paul replaced him. Interesting choice there. Could have just left Jey in the match, but I guess they decided, nah, let's take him out. And that's what we went with. And Jacob Fatu was once again screwed by Drew McIntyre. We'll talk about that in a second. We have new women's tag team champs, the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend. This is Nia Jax's third women's tag team title, but this is Lash Legend's first. Now here's the kicker. Lash Legend won this match for her team, and she pinned Rhea Ripley. Clean as a whistle. Yeah, they got a lot of faith in Lash Legend. They are booking her incredibly strong. They must think she has a bright future. We're going to have to see. So the question is, what do we do with Rhea Ripley and IYO? We'll find out. I have my thoughts about that. And then the big one that we'll have to talk about is this masked assailant reveal. So, during the main event, Logan Paul, Jacob Fatu, another masked wrestler, masked man, entered the ring and started attacking Logan Paul. He is blindsided by Austin Theory, and they finally unmask him, and it ends up being some random dude we don't know. So, we all just assumed, okay, decoy. That's a decoy. That's not the real guy who's been attacking them. That's somebody that they set up to, do one of those swerves. It's a red herring. So I'm assuming this is a decoy, because if it's the real one, yikes. That's bad. Someone just told me, Alex, you do realize that Nia Jax beat Lash Legend 6 months ago on NXT, right? I don't watch NXT. So did they have a feud and Nia beat Lash and now they're friends? Well, that's weird. Probably would irk the hell out of me if I watched enough NXT, but I didn't. But regardless of that, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we're going to have to talk about this masked assailant gig, because I still think it's Seth Rollins, but I'm starting to think with the way they're booking it, they might not actually know or have a plan on who it is. Maybe they thought they were getting Seth back. And then push come to shove, some things happen, some things didn't, meet timelines. And so maybe it's not going to be Seth. I still think it's Seth, but I've been wrong so far. My predictions for 2026 have not been great. They've not been great at all. I have been missing the mark altogether, so I might miss this one as well. But we'll see what they end up doing with the masked assailant. We're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna go ahead and get into the show. We have a big docket of topics. We have AJ Styles, and then we got the Elimination Chamber preview and prediction. So you might want to strap in. This is gonna be quite the show. Let me go ahead and get the preliminary stuff out of the way. Let me plug the sponsorship. Let me say hello to the people, and let me get this International Super Chat Championship running, because it is on the line tonight with the new champ himself, Brendan Watson, if he's here, defending the belt. So thank you all for joining me for this lovely broadcast. You could be anywhere here in the YouTube space. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on you. Can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today, a person tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. hot out the press. Also, get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. And many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here in Alex's World. Thank you to the lovely sponsors of this broadcast. For the second week in a row, ladies and gentlemen, SeatGeek is here to give you a discount on any ticket purchases you get off of their app. The #1 ticketing app for wrestling events, for sporting events, for concerts, for any kind of entertainment. Trust me when I say this. They give you the best deals, best seats, best prices. And check this out. If you purchase your tickets, let's just say, I don't know, you want to attend Elimination Chamber tomorrow night. And you're looking at those prices and you going, oh my goodness, WWE is outpricing us. They are. You're going to need that discount. Trust me. It's $20. But that $20 can go a long way. $20 discount. Just Alex. All you gotta do is enter Just Alex when you check out your tickets, and you will get that discount. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsors before we get to some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JUSTALEX, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JUSTALEX. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely broadcast. Show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine Nice and First Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Highway Dylan Danger, Teflon Don, the Mod Father, Zeno, Enigma, Big MGM, and Mrs. Firestar Heart, Angel, Hollenbeck. That is the Mod Squad. They help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us because they keep the chat clean and, let's just say, free from the trolls. We need people like that. Show your love to the Mod Squad. Also, be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost the algorithm by hitting that like button. The international super chat title is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get this belt, if you want to be the one to say, I am the champ, all you gotta do is donate. Be the one to donate the most money by the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be the super chat champ. Now, I know we just started, but I have yet to see Mr. Brandon Watson, who is the current champ. So you might get lucky if you ended up donating and you end up with the top title, the amount, the top amount, then I can assure you, you might end up becoming champ. That's if he doesn't show up. We still got plenty of time. He might just decide to drop it and be like, boop, mine. So we're going to end up seeing what happens, but the international title is on the line every single Friday night. So, like I said, we have a big stream, so let me go ahead and get these shout-outs in. Got quite the audience. Good to have you guys here. Who do I see at the top of the stream here? I see Young Money, Trey Lucado. He says, so Lash and Nia are the new women's tag team champs, just why? I mean, they clearly want to get the belts to the Bella Twins, so it is what it is. And then we got our boy, JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. He says, well, that show was trash. Damn, tell us how you really feel. I see Jacob Youngworth 5149. Jacob Youngworth, that's a new one. He says Nia and Lash won because Rhea is winning Chamber. That feels like the direction they want to go in, right? They're setting up Rhea to win Chamber so we can do Rhea versus Jade. Although, I think I have another direction that they're going to go in. You're going to get it at the end of the stream. I see Game Shock. I see, let me scroll down a little bit. Alfredo Leva, 27. I see Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Nathaniel Cranshaw, 7839. I see Caleb SK River. Joseph Winters is in his house. Regina Boy 09, regular. Old school regular. Joining us for the first time, we got Danny Truth Magnified. Wow, that's a great name, by the way. Danny Truth Magnified just said, there are literally no good options for the men's Elimination Chamber. LA Knight needs to win, but Drew is stale. LA Knight will be the only interesting thing about that match. Yeah, I don't know if LA Knight's winning that match, but we'll talk about LA Knight a little bit later. Someone just said, honestly, the WWE needs The Rock right now. Don't you let Ultra Shadow heal that. If you say The Rock's name in front of Ultra Shadow, he'll lose his goddamn mind. De Mexico! Good to have you here, sir. I see YouTube member Dulcie Chatham. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to have you here, sir. I see Ken FM 12.98. That's an interesting name. Are you new as well? Yes, you are new. The Vision is totally cursed. Yes, the Vision is definitely cursed. That is not the best faction. No one wants to be in that faction anymore. We got Andre Benson. He says this could be WWE's way of scrapping the masked man gimmick, but I can see it being a decoy for tomorrow night at Chamber. Yeah, I have a feeling that whoever is really the masked man is going to be involved in the men's Chamber match because they need him to be badly. YouTube member Right Hand Cam is here in the building. Good to have you here. I got Your Highness, King AJ. We got Jordan Williams. He says, so much for the triple threat between Cody, Drew, and Jacob. Everyone was hoping for. It's still going to happen. It's definitely still going to happen. Trust me. I think that's still... It's either a triple threat or it's a fatal four-way. We're going to find out. What is The Rock is in the mystery crate? What if The Rock is in the mystery crate? Oh, we'll have to find out. By the way, that was sent by Sean Swaby, baby, in his house. CT Hill, NF6TF. I'm just gonna call you CT Hill. He says, "What's up, Just Alex? What's good, homie? Good to have you here." The last one's gonna go to, for now, because we still got a long stream to go, the world champ himself, former world champ, looking to be champ at WrestleMania. He just said, I'm waiting for Noel, Drew, or whoever is the champ at Elimination Chamber so I can defeat them at WrestleMania when I get my new phone, and hopefully by March 28th or early April. Well, you got plenty of time because WrestleMania ain't until late April, buddy. You got plenty of time. That, my friends, was Ronwell Nick Alex, a.k.a. The Chosen One, a.k.a. The Young Wiccan. When he's in the building, you the twos, and he's the one. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. We're going to go ahead and just speed run to the topics here and then get to the SmackDown review because I want to spend as much time as I can on the Elimination Chamber preview and predictions. So give me your predictions about Chamber. The matches are in the description box. Give me your thoughts about SmackDown. Give me your grades. Give me your scores. Favorite segment, all that. But I want to open up with AJ Styles. So on Monday Night Raw, it was confirmed to all of us that AJ Styles was indeed retiring from in-ring action for good. Because Undertaker went out after he threw his gloves in the center of the ring and told him, you are being inducted into the 2026 Hall of Fame. AJ Styles, you are being inducted into the class of 2026 alongside Stephanie McMahon. Not that long after that, we got a report from PW Insider that announced that WWE and AJ Styles have agreed to a new deal. He has officially signed a new contract for a lot of money. We're talking 7 digits His role going forward will be helping develop new talent. He will be in a training role, teaching wrestlers how to perform inside the ring, and of course, coaching younger wrestlers on the small things. AJ Styles addressed the WWE put him in the Hall of Fame to block him from going to AEW. And he literally said this on, what was it called? Talking Shop? Talking Shop with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. He literally addressed the rumors that WWE stopped him from going to AEW by giving him a lot of money and putting him in the Hall of Fame. This was his decision. He said it. I made this decision. I made the decision to retire inside the ring now because I don't want to keep wrestling to the point where I embarrass myself inside the ring. He made the decision to call it a day. And it was his decision to end it at the Royal Rumble. Now, Carl Anderson would later add, and this is very important, AJ Styles has been dealing with severe neck pain. That pushed his retirement decision. And when you're in your 40s, I don't care whether you're in your 40s or 30s or 20s, neck pain is neck pain. That's not good. But especially when you're in your 40s, when you got severe neck pain, that is crippling. As you all know, the older you get, the slower your body heals. And AJ is at that point now where he has to consider, do I want to deal with this going into my 50s while my kids are growing up, while my kids are becoming teenagers? He said he wants to be a father figure to his children. Now he gets to be that. So, my quick thoughts. As I said on Monday, if this was truly it, thank you. Thank you, AJ Styles, for the memories. And I stick by that. It's looking like this is it for him. I support this decision. There are people online who are pissed off that he's not going to go to AEW, that he's not going to perform in TNA. Okay. You know what? We could sit here and hope and pray, and maybe we'll get our wish in the future. He might change his mind. The best we can hope for when it comes to AJ returning inside the ring is one more match. And I mean this, one more match in TNA. And that's it. You're not going to get him in AEW. I feel that now. I am almost very, very certain that you're not going to get him in AEW. Not just because he signed a new contract and not just because he is getting a payday. But when he said that he's dealing with severe neck issues, and he even made the statement that he doesn't want to keep wrestling past his prime where he embarrasses himself, that's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear. And I respect wrestlers that decide to do that. I respect the John Cena's, the Stone Cold Steve Austin's, the Shawn Michaels. Those wrestlers that say, look, full-time or period, when I say I'm done, I'm done. I could come back. I could have one more match. No, I'm done. That's it. Now, in wrestling, never say never. Who knows what might happen in a couple of years? But I think when it comes to AJ Styles, and I'm going to be honest with you, outside of AJ having one more match in TNA, I honestly don't see what else you do with him. Like, really think about this for a second. Okay, what? You're going to have WWE put the title on AJ Styles? I mean, yeah, he's going to have a run. But after he has that world title run, quite honestly, he's going to retire anyways. 2026 was going to be AJ Styles' last year by hook or crook. If it didn't end at the Royal Rumble, it was going to end at WrestleMania. If it didn't end at WrestleMania, it was going to end at SummerSlam. And if it didn't end at SummerSlam, it was sure as hell going to end at Survivor Series. You are not going to get AJ Styles inside our wrestling ring in 2027. So why not end it where it all began? At the Royal Rumble. Why not go out on top? Letting people know that you could have still kept going, but you chose to end it. Because that's how I feel about Shawn Michaels. when Shawn Michaels called it a day in 2010, we all know he could have kept going for another 5 years if he wanted to. If he wanted to. We also know that he could have came back at any time and still performed on a great high level. Still had a great match. A 10-year run, winning the WWE Championship, becoming a Grand Slam champ. I wouldn't have wanted any better for him. I wouldn't have booked it better. I thought how he ended his career honestly was fitting. Was very fitting. So yeah, you're not going to get AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay. You're not going to get AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega. You're not going to get AJ Styles versus Ricochet. Well, you did in WWE. You're not going to get it in AEW. You're not going to get AJ Styles versus Konosuke Takeshita. I'm sorry. And that's okay. It is okay that we're not going to get that match. It's actually better off letting that be a dream match. There are certain matches that you picture in your head. Sting versus The Undertaker. Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson. Right? Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. Those dream matches that you go, man, I really wish we would have gotten this. Sometimes it's just good to just let that be a memory. Just let that be what it is. A dream match. So, there you go. AJ Styles is a trainer. AJ Styles versus Darby Allin would have been, oh my goodness, that would have fed families. But regardless, I'm okay with AJ Styles ending it here. People are saying AJ Styles versus Hangman Page, AJ Styles versus Swerve Strickland. Never say never, but I think it's fair to just call it a day. We're never going to get it, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm happy for AJ. He's earned his millions. I hope he makes $1 billion. He's that kind of dude. So give me your thoughts about AJ calling it a day. Like, for real. Like, it's over. Like, he's calling it. For sure. SmackDown. Let's talk about SmackDown. They opened the show chaotically with Jey Uso being attacked and taken out on a stretcher in an ambulance, which means he is out of the Elimination Chamber. It's now we're sitting here going, who done it? Who done it? Drew McIntyre comes out, making it seem like he's the one that did it, but he said, nope, it wasn't me. I never lie. I never tell a lie. And then, like it was a party, you get Cody Rhodes coming out. Whoa! You get Randy Orton come out. I hear voices in my head. You get Trick Williams coming out. Whoa, that Trick, get him. By the way, Trick Williams, the pops he's getting consistently. I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep him a heel. With the way the crowd's reacting to him, they might have to turn him babyface very, very soon. I'm not a fan of him being a babyface right now. I like him being a heel, but they might have to turn him babyface because he's way too over. That talent, that's just too goddamn popular to be a heel, right? You could try to make people dislike him, but fans are going to love him anyways. So, even I have to admit, they might have to turn him babyface soon. Javon Evans comes out. Big pop for Javon. Love to see it. And then, of course, with everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah. L.A. Knight comes out. Love this. It was chaotic. They start brawling. Very fun. Great way to open SmackDown. And I'm like, we're off to a great start. This is going to be better than Monday Night Raw. Although I didn't think Monday Night Raw was a terrible episode. Like people are saying, the worst episode of all time. No. It was, yes, it didn't really have much of a bite to it, like a lot of this show too. But the ending was beautiful, and there were some moments in there that were okay. I will say, Solo versus Uncle Howdy, this feud between the Wyatt Six and the MFTs, my goodness, NyQuil, boring, lifeless. And they had to know nobody gives a fuck about this feud. And I love what they're doing with the Wyatt Six. I love that it's a tribute to Bray Wyatt. But this feud is not it. You had Uncle Howdy go in there and pin Solo, and then you're thinking he's going to get the lantern back. No, the MFT steal it again. And so the feud continues. And it's, you know what? It's almost respectable because it's like they know fans don't give a fuck about this feud, but they're still doing it anyways. So that's, yeah, I'm not going to get that. It's just not for me, buddy. It's just not for me. Y'all can like it. Y'all could tell me it's the greatest feud of all time, and I would look at you like you're crazy. I don't feel anything. They're clearly building to something between these two teams for WrestleMania. Please end it. Because the tag team division is suffering, y'all. This tag team division is... What tag team division? What are they doing with the tag team division? They were backstage with R-Truth, who was doing the ESPN app shit. Here's how you watch WWE tomorrow on ESPN, as if they don't already know. It's been a couple of months now. I think they figured it out, Triple H. But they had the tag teams looking like fucking geeks, standing back there going, is that what you do? You know, and it's like, and Ray Phoenix isn't looking any better either. But they got their paycheck, so they're not going to complain. Whatever. Whatevs. Anyways, so after that, I believe was Tiffany versus Kyrie, right? Yes, it was Tiffany Stratton versus, it was supposed to be Asuka, because Asuka came up to her and was like, nobody is ready for Asuka. Suck it. Let's just pretend she said that. And then Tiffany's like, well, bitch, it's not Asuka time. It's Tiffany time. Get your ass inside the ring. And Asuka's like, haha, no. Kyrie, you get inside the ring. And Kyrie's like, okay. And that's what happened. It was Kyrie Sane versus Tiffany Stratton. And okay, loss. And as you would expect, Asuka was very upset. And she probably abused poor Kyrie. Tiffany Stratton. I'm not feeling it. Everyone's saying, well, they're clearly building Tiffany Stratton to fight Jay Cargill. I don't know about that. I don't know. I do think Tiffany's going to have a match. What that is, I have no clue. She's got to have a match at WrestleMania. Otherwise, why would she be in the commercial? We'll see. We'll get to my predictions in just a second, but I don't think it's Tiffany. Oba Femi had a match against The Miz. Miz is all like, hey, I want to talk. Here's a microphone. And Oba is like, you want to be my Undertaker? You wanna Undertaker the ruler? Well, the only thing that's like the Undertaker is you, because you're a dead man. And then he beat The Miz's ass in a quick, less than a minute match, continuing his dominant streak. They're booking him just perfectly. Oh, and just so we're clear, we did have an appearance from You Are Toxic. We had an appearance from our boy, the face of Friday Night Kickdown, Kit Wilson, in the tag team segment, because Jesus Christ, that was the most entertaining thing in that segment. Sadly. Let's see. Alfredo Levi, 27. You gotta be tricking, spending my money. Got my lemon pepper steppers on. Ooh, girl, you in trouble tonight. What? What? Is that a promo from Trick Williams? Is that from NXT? Yeah, I don't know what that was from, but y'all tell me what that one was from. United States Open Challenge. So originally it was supposed to be Carmelo Hayes versus his good old friend Ilya Dragunov, but Ilya's like, I keep losing, so I don't deserve this match. You get to fight me at WrestleMania. He didn't say that part, but that's what they're doing. Matt Cardona accepted the challenge, and Carmelo Hayes had a pretty decent match against Matt Cardona and won. And then they showed respect to each other by shaking each other's hands. Yep. And then the Vision shows up, and they're all like, hey, what happened to Jey Uso? What happened to I don't know what happened. Man, that sucks. I guess you need someone to fill his spot. Eh? And so Logan Paul got the match against Jacob Fatu. Because Jacob Fatu's all like, damn, something happened to Jey. Damn. I guess you need some. Okay, he didn't say that because that was his fight. That was his family. And so he got the match. We saw Sami Zayn once again go up to Jacob Fatu. And Sammy's all like, hey, ain't it kind of funny that Jey gets hurt and you just so happen to be there to take the spot? You know, you over here taking opportunities and I got screwed out of my opportunity. And then Jacob's like, hold up. You know what I mean? I got screwed. I got Claymore kicked. You didn't get Claymore kicked. Matter of fact, Drew tried to help you win the match. He tried to help you win the title. So, quite honestly, the one who doesn't deserve a title shot or a title match is you, Sammy. Take a look in the mirror. And I was like, damn, Jacob got you there, Sammy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He cooked your ass really badly. And Sammy's like, all right, you know what? I'm sorry. My bad. I just haven't been all right up here. I be hearing voices. Yeah, I hear voices in my And then Jacob's like, man, you a bitch. He didn't say that part. He didn't say that part, I think. But let's just be real. Yeah, Sammy, my friend, you's a bitch. You's a bitch, man. And then after Jacob walked away, Sammy got angry and flipped over the table because, you know, he a bitch. Okay, like real talk, I see what they're doing. I can see what they're trying to do with Sammy because he's questioning his morals right now. If only we had Karrion Kross to be like, so, are you going to prove me right that you can't win the big one without cheating, without showing a little bit of that darkness? Something to think about. Before I move on with the rest of the show, let me talk about what people are asking me to talk about. How do I feel about Paramount basically taking over this deal and purchasing Warner Brothers Discovery or Warner Brothers now that Netflix dropped out? So first off, just to give my quick thoughts about this, we don't really know what the deal is going to look like. Yes, Warner Brothers currently is looking like it's going to be sold to Paramount. But they could still choose to stick with Netflix. Now, Paramount, and I'm being real with you, Paramount has the backing of Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is going to make things a little bit harder for Netflix if Netflix doesn't let Paramount buy Warner Brothers so they can occupy CNN. Let's not get into that because this is not raw cognizance. But Warner Brothers can still say, no, we want to stick with Netflix. They can make that decision, which is, wait a minute. Is that who I think it is?
Jey Uso sucks. You know who doesn't suck? The kiss stealin', wheel and dealing, stronger than a bear, faster than a buck. Return to Just Alex channel cause Lauren Biggs sucks. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king has returned. Three Diglets is in the building. Where have you been, sir? Where the hell have you? You know what? We bow down. The tribal chief has come back, ladies and gentlemen. And he's right. And when he's in the building, your goatness, I'm sorry. What he said, what he says goes. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to have the former world champ. Yo, Three Diglets. The world title's on the line tomorrow. Will you be coming for the belt? Just curious. Or are you just back just to visit? I think he's just back to visit, but we'll see. Oh.
Alex, my intro please.
Well, since you're asking, the champ is here! The kid stealing, willing, stealing son of a gun. You know him as Woo! Clanging and banging. Laying the smackdown on all your candy asses. 3 Diglets is back. Ladies and gentlemen, we missed him. Oh my goodness. All is right in the world. The king has returned. Oh my goodness. It's good to have you back, my friend. It's good to have you back. Look at that. The crowd's going wild. The people are losing their minds for the king. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good to have you here. All right. Look here, man. We definitely gonna have to show you some love. Because I'm curious if you gonna come for the world title tomorrow. Because, man, the crowd has missed you. The crowd has missed you. All right. Okay, we gotta focus. Guys, we gotta focus. I know royalty's back, but we gotta focus on the review. We're talking about SmackDown. Although we gotta admit, 3 Diglets is better than SmackDown. I mean, come on. Who's not? Who are we kidding? We all know when 3 Diglets is in the building, he is the face that runs the place. The house that 3 Diglets built. Where was I? Okay, so Carmelo Hayes beats Mark Cardona. And then we get to the women's tag team titles. We got Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY taking on the irresistible forces, Nyla Rose. Psych. See? He got me excited. I'm messing up now. I mean, Nia Jax. Maybe Nyla Rose might come to WWE. But Nia Jax and Lash Legend were the women that are the irresistible forces. So, I'm not going to lie to you. This match was kind of slow when it first started. But the last 5 minutes, it was pretty good. It's pretty good the last 5 minutes. So, overall, I'll say it was solid. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't expecting Nia and Lash to win. I was very, very surprised when Lash Legend got the pin on Nia Jax. Wow. Not like, okay. I see. Hold on for a minute. Back that up. See, I'm starstruck now. 3 Diglets got me all kind of jumbled up. Let's try that again. Rewind. I was very surprised when Lash Legend got the pinfall on Rhea Ripley. That lets you know that they have a lot of power, a lot of hope, a lot of faith, a lot of trust, a lot of stock investment in Lash Legend. They think she is going to be somebody that's going to be big. And you know what? She has the look. She has the stature. A little young. Still a little early. Could be a future women's champ. Not saying it's not possible. We're going to have to see. But she pinned Rhea Ripley. This is her first WWE Championship. I don't know what she won in NXT. Did she win anything in NXT? Probably not. But this is Nia Jax's 3rd title. This is her 3rd title. And I am very excited. Very excited to see what they do with this. Let's see. I think with Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY now freed from the tag team titles, we have to think about what this means. Now, we'll get to my prediction. My predictions later, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, IYO SKY is going to go into a feud with Asuka to free Kairi Sane from Asuka. That's the match. IYO SKY and Asuka for WrestleMania. Excited about that. What does Rhea Ripley do? We could have Rhea Ripley go for Jade Cargill's championship, which, by the way, for the record, ladies and gentlemen, first time match, huge match, big stage, Ripley versus Jade. Is that the match they want to do, though? Could be. Wouldn't be against it. But if they don't do that match, what does Rhea do? I wouldn't be surprised if they want to revisit the feud between Rhea and IYO. Because think about it this way. Follow me here. Let's just say Rhea Ripley does fight Jade, and then she loses. Well, wouldn't that do something to Rhea? Three Diglett said it. I just saw it. He just said it. Wouldn't that fuck with Rhea mentally? Wouldn't that mess with her? And wouldn't that make her go, you know what? I've gotten weak. I've gotten soft. And I blame you, IYO. I blame you for cursing me. I've been cursed since I can't beat you. I need to beat you because I need to get back. That woman that would wreck shop, that would make men cower in fear. Because remember back in the day, we were, and I remember this, in 2023, we were calling for Rhea Ripley to not just win the women's championship, we were calling on her to win the men's title, the United States Championship. That's what we were calling on her to do. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the plan. We're missing that brutality. Now, if they end up turning her heel turn, it's not going to be a heel turn because fans will just love her anymore. You're not going to ever make fans boo Rhea. It's over with. The days of Rhea Ripley being booed is done. It's done. Whatever she does going forward, she's going to be loved. So, quite honestly, it would just unlock a bigger version, a better version. Quite honestly. So let's see what they do. If they don't have her win Chamber, they could still go into that storyline. But yeah, we need to do something with Rhea. Because she's losing that spark, and that's not good. That's never good. The main event, ladies and gentlemen, was Jacob Fatu versus Logan Paul. Qualifier to replace Jey Uso. Craziness ensued. We had the masked man once again interfere. And guess what? He got his mask taken off, and it was not Seth Rollins. It was, I don't know who the fuck. That's his name. It was, I don't know who the fuck. First name, I don't know. Last name, who the fuck. Some random dude under a mask. Clearly a decoy, please. Because if that's not the decoy, if this ends up actually being a wrestler, oh my goodness. What the F are we doing? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, so it has to be a decoy. Has to be. And I think the real masked man, Seth Rollins, would interfere in Chamber tomorrow night. Cost Logan Paul, and then we'll do that match at WrestleMania. Probably not Seth and Logan. Probably Austin Theory and Seth. We'll see. Are they going to do Seth and Logan again? Ew! I saw that match already. It was great the first time. I'm okay. I don't need to say it again. But we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing with that storyline. Doesn't really matter that he interfered because Drew McIntyre came out and cost Jacob Fatu again and allowed Logan Paul to win. So Bronson Reed was supposed to be the Vision's entry. Bronson Reed gets hurt. He's out. So they replace him with Logan Paul, who's again going to be in Chamber. Now, when you look at the Chamber lineup, I'm not going to lie. It kind of cooks. We're going to have to see what they do. But SmackDown overall was... It was okay. It was all right. I thought it was better than Raw overall, but there's still a lot of issues with SmackDown. The tag team division looks awful. Oh my God, what happened to our tag team division? And someone's like, what about Jordynne Grace and Candice Michelle. Who? Or Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae and Jordynne Grace. Exactly. No one cares. I don't know what they're doing with the tag team division. I don't know what they're doing with Johnny Gargano. When it comes to Jordynne Grace, I'm starting to think they called her up too soon. I'm glad she's here because I'm not going to lie. I was hoping that she would just slip right in and she would be great for that women's division. I think she's a veteran. I think she's great. I'm starting to think that she's not quite ready in terms of her microphone skills, the way she's able to carry herself. And then her matches are, I don't know, like when she was working on NXT, her matches were like so much better. It was like 10 times better than what it is now. Here, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. Her matches are not the best. They're not terrible, but they're not standing out. She's not standing out on the main roster, sadly. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on SmackDown. Give me your scores. Give me your grades. If I was to give it a score, 7. 7. If I'm being honest with you. Flat. Just a straight 7. If that opener wasn't as good as it was, I would give it a 6. So there you go. That's my thoughts on SmackDown. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get to what you're really here for. You sat through all of this so you can get my thoughts on Chamber. Let's not waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Elimination Chamber is tomorrow night. Now, here's what's crazy. They're doing this an hour early. So usually it happens at 7 p.m. It's happening at 6 p.m. for me. Chicago Chamber, which makes me think the show's going to be long as hell. That doesn't mean it's going to end earlier. That means the show's going to be longer. These Chamber matches are probably going to go an hour each, probably. So Punk and Finn are probably going to go 30. AJ and Becky are not going to go that long. I don't see that match going long at all, matter of fact. We'll get to it when we do the predictions. But I can already guarantee you that's going to be the shortest match on the entire show. Because I see them having a rematch at WrestleMania. But anyways. Yeah, we're live in Chicago. I believe they sold this out, right? Because it's, matter of fact, it's in the United Center, right? It's the United Center. So let me look this up. WrestleTix. WrestleTix is where I go to look up the actual ticket sales. Yes, the United Center, and it is sold out. Yes, they sold it out. They have packed close to 18,000 people in there. Jesus Christ. How many people, hold up. How many people can sit in the United Center? Chicago. I'm just trying to get the capacity. It's about 20,000. Yeah, so they're about at full capacity. They're at 18,000. They can only fit 20,000 in there. This is going to be they're going to pack this bitch out. It's basically packed out because it's Chicago. You got CM Punk, you got AJ Lee. It's Elimination Chamber. It's going to be a crazy crowd. So, I'm a bit worried. And before I get into anything, this will be a good leeway, a good segue into my first match. I'm not going to lie to you. I am a bit concerned about what the crowd is going to do with this show. So we all know WWE has not been all that hot. We all know WWE in terms of weekly television has been pretty cold. And usually when WWE goes into crowds, goes into cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and their shows are not good, the crowd is not kind. The crowd basically hijacks the show. Am I the only one that feels Chicago might hijack this pay-per-view, PLE? I'm getting that feeling in my gut that this show is going to be hijacked because WWE is not doing very well. And I'm a bit concerned that the match that's going to suffer the most is the first match I'll talk about, which is AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, a lot of people are going to tell us, they're going to tell you that this feud has not been great, that the promos over the last few weeks have been terrible. I disagree. I think their promos, I won't say they've been terrible. They've just been kind of empty, lacking substance. I don't really feel like there isn't much. And here's what's crazy about it. They've been building AJ and Becky since WrestlePalooza, right? This has been going on for months. AJ beat Becky at WrestlePalooza. AJ beat Becky at Survivor Series. This is their first one-on-one match. And so you would think, okay, long term, this should have a lot of heat. There's no heat behind it. And I think it's because, well, they haven't been doing much different. It's just in-ring segments and promo. So that feeling of sameness, right? That dryness. I don't know. It's really hurting this match. I was kind of hoping they would do something different with AJ and Becky. They haven't. And I think that's what's hurting. I don't really think it's the girls themselves. It's not Becky and AJ. They're two of the best promos that you could ask for when it comes to women talking on the microphone. AJ and Becky are as good as it gets. Right? But when you have them just doing the same segment, the same promo over and over again, I can understand why people are like, it was garbage. So, the build-up to this match, not the best, I'll give you that. I think the match is probably going to be better than the build-up itself. So, I think for them to get to WrestleMania, if we're going to do AJ and Becky, there has to be a screwy finish. Something has to happen. Whether the match gets thrown out where Becky attacks AJ before the match, weakens her, and then pins her to then have the rematch at WrestleMania. Or they have the match, during the match, Becky uses a weapon, cheats to beat AJ, and that sets up a rematch. This sets up the rematch for WrestleMania. Regardless of how they do it, I am predicting Becky Lynch to beat AJ here. Yeah, let's get that heat. Let's have AJ Lee lose in Chicago, get some actual heat on Becky, and then do the rematch at WrestleMania. Because I will say this. I see people predicting that AJ's going to beat Becky. I saw Solid Monster predict that. If you have AJ beat Becky here, what does Becky do for WrestleMania? Sure, you can run it back, but that kills the heat. The heat's done. AJ beats Becky here. That's the end of that. Becky isn't going to win the title back from AJ. AJ's going to hold that belt, probably drop it to Natty if that's the case, but no, I don't see Becky losing the belt and then winning it back. If anything else, I see Becky retaining here and then AJ wins it at WrestleMania. Whether you like it or not, AJ's going to win this belt. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. AJ's winning the belt either at WrestleMania or she's winning it tomorrow night. A moment like that needs to happen at WrestleMania. So I can see Becky Lynch cheating, whether she attacks AJ before the match or she attacks AJ during the match, cheats to beat her, retains the belt, rematch at WrestleMania. That's what I see happening. That's my prediction. Someone asked me, what's in the box? So let's talk about it, because that is a part of the show. They're building up to that. What's in the box? So I saw a rumor, I can't confirm it yet, that the person in the box is Danhausen. Now look, I love Danhausen. I think he's great. I wouldn't debut him that way. Don't do that. Don't have Danhausen come out of the box, because WWE crowds are going to be like, who that? Well, actually, you're in Chicago. Chicago might know who he is. Everybody else would be like, who? Who in the world is that? So, I don't know who it would be then, if not Danhausen. Someone said The Rock. Yeah, okay. The Rock's gonna come out of the box. Sure. The Rock in the box. Sure, all right. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel if Danhausen came out of the box, so then it'd be like, really? That's how you debut him? I'd rather it be Joe Hendry. That at least would be hilarious. Say his name and he appears. See, that at least makes sense to the gimmick, right? If it's Joe Hendry. I would howl. I would bust out laughing if it's Joe Hendry. AJ Lee is undefeated at WrestleMania, so that's why I expect AJ Lee to defeat Becky Lynch. Yeah, I expect that too. So, I will howl if it's Joe Hendry. It's not Joe Hendry. I saw someone say it's Chris Jericho. I would love to think it's Chris Jericho. That sounds like something Chris Jericho would do. Unfortunately, Chris Jericho is still under contract with AEW because Tony Khan is he's a bitch. Sorry, he's a little bitch. He's all like, no, I don't want you to leave. You can't leave. No. That's literally what he did. No. You can't leave. And so he extended Chris Jericho's contract because he was injured. And Chris Jericho now has to come back to TV to finish up his contract. Or he's basically just going to wait it out and talk to Tony to get him to release him. But yeah, Chris Jericho's going to finish his career in WWE regardless. So we'll see. It might be Chris Jericho. That would... See, Joe Hendry and Chris Jericho would make a lot more sense. But Danhausen? That's how you debut Danhausen. I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that one. We'll see. We'll see about that. My prediction. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. If it's not Danhausen, I have no clue. So, I would have predicted Chris Jericho, but because Chris Jericho's still under contract with AEW, it's probably Danhausen. Let's see what happens. He'll still get a big pop if it's in Chicago, but outside Chicago, I don't know. And see, that's the thing, too. Like, I have an issue with it being Danhausen because I don't know if the WWE audience is going to connect with Danhausen like the AEW audience does. See, what made Danhausen work so well in AEW is because you had a roster full of just incredible in-ring wrestling, right? Tag team, women's, main event, mid-card, right? Just out of this world spot fest. And then you had a character, right? And then you had this guy that was just a character, Danhausen, who was not about the in-ring wrestling. He was just about the character, right? And that's what helped him stand out. How is Danhausen gonna stand out on a show with characters? You know what I mean? Like, people like a Kenny Omega and a Will Ospreay and a Swerve Strickland, they will stand out incredibly, very well on a WWE show because everybody else is being a character. They're the pure wrestlers, right? They'll stand out very well. But they won't stand out so well in AEW when everybody else is just wrestling. Danhausen stands out very well. Britt Baker stands out very well on a show of wrestling when you have, you know, just this incredible, just an incredible plethora of in-ring talent. And then you have that character. Danhausen probably won't stand out very well in the main roster, but I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's move on. The WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship. We got CM Punk taking on Finn Bálor in Chicago. So, there was a report. And I want to talk about it because there was talks of potentially having Finn Bálor beat CM Punk. I'm not making that up. There was talks of actually having Finn Bálor pin CM Punk. Pin him and beat him for the WWE World Championship. Man, that would be absolutely nuts if they did that. Because think about that for a minute. If Finn Bálor beats CM Punk, pins him in Chicago, wins the World Heavyweight Championship, not only do you change the main event, Finn Bálor, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, triple threat, but that would be nuts to do in Chicago. Like, imagine that happening in Chicago. I kind of want it to happen now. Because the reaction would be nuts. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Finn Bálor is not going to beat CM Punk. Finn Bálor will lose to CM Punk and then go on to fight Dominic Mysterio for the IC title. Matter of fact, my prediction is that Dominic Mysterio will try to interfere and he will fuck over Finn Bálor. On purpose. On purpose. Dominic Mysterio will cost Finn Bálor the world title on purpose and set up their match for WrestleMania. Finn Bálor versus Dominic Mysterio. Finn Bálor goes babyface. We do that match. Finn Bálor takes the belt off of Dominic Mysterio, which moves Dominic Mysterio up to the main event scene. Yeah. I think Dominic Mysterio will challenge for the world title. He will challenge CM Punk for the world title in the future. Basically, I'm basically spoiling the main event. My prediction for the main event of WrestleMania early. I don't care. But I think Dominic Mysterio gets moved up to the main event scene and he challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. But yeah, Punk wins. Finn Bálor goes on to fight Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. And now we get to the main matches of the show. The main matches on this card, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We got Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Who wins? Who goes on to fight Jade Cargill? So that's the hook, right? Whoever wins this match fights Jade Cargill. So it makes this very easy to predict because it can only be 3 people. Asuka's out because she's going to fight Kairi Sane. Well, she'll either fight Kairi Sane or she'll fight IYO SKY. And Kairi Sane will be involved. Kiana James, glad she's getting the opportunity. She's not fighting Jade Cargill. So she's out. Raquel Rodriguez is not fighting Jade Cargill because she'll probably be involved in that World Heavyweight Champion, the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match with Stephanie Vaquer. So that leaves 3 people. Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley. WWE wants you to think it's Tiffany Stratton. I'm not feeling Tiffany. I'm not feeling Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill again. We've already seen it. The feud itself was meh. The match itself was okay. Wasn't anything special. So I don't know why you would do that match at WrestleMania. Doesn't scream WrestleMania to me. What does scream WrestleMania is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. That is a WrestleMania match. Is that what they want to do? That's the question, right? Because like I said before, you have Rhea Ripley fight Jade Cargill. Rhea Ripley loses, and then she has a mental breakdown, goes heel, which makes her more of a babyface, goes after IYO SKY because she feels IYO SKY cursed her, and then you do that match again. Probably. So check this out. There's no way in hell you can do WrestleMania without Charlotte Flair. Woo! Whether you like it or not, we're not doing WrestleMania without Charlotte Flair. We're just not. So, how do we get Charlotte Flair on WrestleMania? This is how. This is my prediction, by the way. I think Alexa Bliss wins Chamber. I think Alexa Bliss ends up pinning either Rhea or she pins Tiffany. Alexa Bliss then goes on to face Jade Cargill. During the build-up, Charlotte Flair snaps and attacks Alexa Bliss. She turns on Alexa Bliss. We do Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill for the Women's World Title, the Women's WWE Championship. That's the match I see happening. I don't see it being anything else, honestly. We could still do Rhea Ripley and Jade. But if we don't do a triple threat, Alexa and Charlotte, we're going to get Alexa and Charlotte at WrestleMania. They've been building that for a while. I think Charlotte's going to turn on Alexa during the build-up. I think what's going to be the catalyst of that is Alexa winning the opportunity for the WWE Championship. I think Alexa not taking Charlotte seriously is going to backfire on her. So that's what I see happening. Charlotte, Alexa, Jade at WrestleMania with Alexa winning Chamber. That's my prediction. And I think that would be quite the WrestleMania match for Jade. That would be an awesome WrestleMania match. Quite honestly, I would love to see that. We're going to get Charlotte and Jade at WrestleMania. We're going to get it. Because that's the match to do. What do y'all think? Would you rather have Rhea versus Jade or Alexa versus Jade versus Charlotte? Because those are your 2 options. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, what should be the main event, the men's chamber match. Randy Orton, LA Knight, yeah, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Willie, whoop that Trick Williams, and Logan Paul. So, just like the women's match, this can only come down to 3 people. I hope they mix it up and don't give it to Cody Rhodes. Although I think they are. But guess what? I don't care what WWE does. This is my show. I'm going to predict differently because I want to have some fun. Let's have some fun. All right, so follow me here. Follow me for a second. What if, big what if, we don't have Cody win this match? Now, Cody will still fight for the WWE Championship. Follow me. What if we go through all of this? Trick, Javon Evans take each other out. Javon Evans is going to be the highlight reel of the match. Can't wait for that. Logan Paul will probably do some stuff as well, but he's not going to win. Take him out. LA Knight will probably be taken out by somebody at some point. Don't know what he's going to do at WrestleMania. Hopefully he's not a match against Brock Lesnar. Please don't do that. What if it comes down to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes? And like I said before, we're going to have the masked man, who will probably be Seth Rollins, interfere. Cost Logan Paul, he's out. That means the cage door is going to be open. What if Drew enters the match? What if Drew enters the match and helps Randy Orton beat Cody? Randy Orton wins the match. Randy Orton versus Drew. WrestleMania. During the build-up, Cody and Jacob go, Drew's been screwing me over for the last few months. We deserve to be in this match. I see people predicting a triple threat. Jacob, Cody, Drew. Let's make it a fatal 4-way. Or let's go all the way with it. Aleister Black's been teasing something with Randy Orton, so maybe we throw Aleister Black in there. And then we got Sammy interacting with Cody and Jacob. How about we say fuck it and let's throw it all to the wind and make it a 6-pack challenge. Let's do something we don't expect to see. Let's get nuts, right? It's going to be a multi-man match anyways. Randy, LA Knight, Cody, Javon Evans, Trick, Logan Paul. The match itself, I think that match is going to be great. That's a hell of a lineup. But, yeah, I don't want them to have Cody win. We know Cody's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania. We know, okay? Can you mix it up a little bit? A little bit. A little bit. So we'll see what they do, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what they do. For the sake of the show, I personally would love it, and this is just me. I personally would love it if they did Randy Orton, he wins the match. And we have Cody and Jacob find a different way in. Yeah, I don't want them to do Cody and Rhea. That just sounds boring. Don't do Cody and Rhea. That's mix it up. Like Alexa and Randy would be like, whoa, okay, what are we doing? Right? Like, that's what I want. Like, oh shit, okay. Uncharted water here. What are we doing? Let's do that. Don't do Rhea and Cody, because it's like, of course. Essentially. Basically, right? But, yeah, I think that's going to do it. That's going to be the predictions. So to go through my predictions one more time. For the men's chamber match, I am predicting Randy Orton. Cody will be screwed by Drew. For the women's chamber match, I am predicting Alexa Bliss, and then we get Alexa, Charlotte, and Jade. For the women's Intercontinental Championship, I'm predicting Becky Lynch. Becky gets the heat on AJ. Rematch at WrestleMania. AJ wins it there. And then CM Punk retains the belt against Finn Bálor. There you go. That's chamber. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for the live stream. So, Brendan Watson has come in and said he doesn't have much money. So, Brendan, here's the thing. I don't think Three Diglets is running for I don't think he's actually competing for the international title. So I'll tell you what, Brendan, I know you say you don't have a lot of money. If you drop, I'll make it easy on you. If you drop $5, I'll let you keep the belt. Now, that's only if Three Diglets is not competing for the belt. I don't think Three Diglets is competing for the belt. I think he was just saying he's back. So, Brendan, if you come in and drop $5 or $10, I'll let you keep the belt because he's not competing for the belt. Because quite honestly, yeah, I understand that. Oh, Three Diglets is like Three Diglets should be going for the world title. So, let me know if you're still relinquishing the belt, Brendan. I that's fine. I'll just give the belt to Three Diglets, and then whoever competes for it next week, if he's there to compete for it, can have the belt then. So, what do you want to do? Let me know what you want to do, bud. But anyways, live chat, you have the floor. If Brendan doesn't respond, then I'll just give it to Three Diglets. Who cares? Because I honestly don't think Three Diglets was actually here to compete for the title. Three Diglets was just dropping in to be like, boop, money. So who y'all got? Like, give me your predictions. Give me your predictions for WrestleMania. Give me your predictions for Chamber. Give me your predictions for the future of WWE. I'm just curious to know where your head's at. I might be off. I might be the only one that's thinking this stuff. Let me see here. A jobber. Yeah. It was a jobber. Let me see here. Mr. Matrix says the guy that attacked Logan was one of Seth Rollins' students. Really? For real? Can we confirm that? Can we confirm that? Uh-oh. Are we here? Did I lose the stream? Okay, I thought I lost the stream for a second. We're okay. Scared me for a minute. Let me see here. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Ain't no way Chicago sold out. It's sold out. I got 18,000. Believe it or not. 98% of the time says, finally, The Rock has come out of the box. That would be crazy if The Rock popped out of that box. That would be the most silliest thing. Yeah, I think it's Danhausen. Game Shock has AJ Lee winning. He says, I think AJ Lee is winning the women's championship tomorrow. She could. Firestar Heart says, I'm not sure who I want to win, honestly. It's possible that it could be Cody, but I did hear rumblings of Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in Mania. But Cody's still my favorite to win. Okay, we'll see. So he has Cody winning the men's chamber. Actually, he changed his mind. He said LA Knight's my favorite. Okay, he has LA Knight winning. So LA Knight versus Drew? Interesting. That's interesting. Caleb SK River has AJ Lee all the way. I like that. JJ Bulldog, y'all want to know what's hilarious? The fact that the bots and marks would honestly pay that much money, over $20,000 worth of a ticket just to see what's in a dumb box. Yeah, like the prices on some of these tickets are like, oh my goodness. They just said Danhausen is off the AEW page. Okay, so it is Danhausen. Okay, it probably is Danhausen. Let me see here. Prince or Demon Balor, of course, but not this current version of Finn Bálor. Yeah, Yeah, so you guys got CM Punk. You got CM Punk retaining. Okay. Let's see here. SK River has Alexa Bliss winning. Good. Joseph Winters has Alexa Bliss winning. The money match, King AJ says, is Rhea versus Jey, so he has Rhea winning. Why can't we just have something fresh and new like Alexa versus Jey for a change? Yeah, I think it's gonna be Alexa versus Jey versus Charlotte. That's what I think. JJ Bulldog has LA Knight, Randy, or Trick. Well, pick one. Who you got, JJ? Don't just be like one of those three. Brad Pitt, do you know what's in the box? Brendan Watson. Hey, Brendan. I did see your message earlier. You said that you didn't have enough money, and so you're relinquishing the belt. So I wanted you to know that 3 Diglets is not competing for the international title. So if you drop like $5, dude, you're retained. 3 Diglets was just here to say hello. I did see your message though. If you drop like $5, you can keep the belt. If you don't want to donate, bro, and you just want to just relinquish it, that's fine. I could just give it to 3 Diglets. It's fine. But I wanted you to know, because you probably saw 3 Diglets and went, I don't know. I ain't got that much money. Nah, bro, you can just drop 10. You'll keep the belt. Because 3 Diglets was not competing for the belt. I think 3 Diglets wants the world title. That's tomorrow. So it's going to be 3 Diglets and I'm assuming Noel Jimenez, right? And then Ronwell Nogales is going to have to fight 3 Diglets at WrestleMania. Oh, that's going to be quite the match. What if I Show Speed is in the box? I was going to say that's a dumb idea, but quite honestly, that sounds like something he would do. So that would be crazy as fuck. Ronwell Nogales, like Corp CA, I might be looking my opponent at WrestleMania. We'll see. We're going to see. Noel Jimenez is definitely coming for the belt tomorrow. Someone said Bad Bunny is in the box. Bruno Mars's album. Yeah, Brendan, just drop something. Like, don't even worry about the amount. Let it be something like $5, and then you can keep the belt, and then you can donate some more tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Yeah, bro, I'm not. I know you saw 3 Diglets and went, oh shit. Well, I lost this belt. No, it's fine. He's not here. He's not here for the international belt. He wants the world belt. If Alexa does win, then Charlotte Flair will insert herself into the WrestleMania match for the championship because she always gets a title match at WrestleMania. Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. I actually was thinking about Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. Like, with Bad Bunny having the Super Bowl performance and him honestly being... I don't know. I just kind of feel like with Bad Bunny being as popular as he is, you kind of have to do him and Logan at some point. Right? You kind of have. And I mean, you have to do that at some point. At some point. No matter who's in WWE, no matter who's in a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre is not walking out of WrestleMania with the WWE Championship. Actually, we'll see who's in that WrestleMania match. We're going to see who's in that WrestleMania match. I am predicting that if it's Cody versus Drew, Drew is walking out as champ. If it's Drew versus Randy versus Cody versus Jacob, Drew is walking out as champ. The only way Drew is losing that belt is if somehow they add Sammy to the WrestleMania match. If they add Sammy to the WrestleMania match, I can see Sammy winning the belt and then dropping it back to Drew at like Backlash or some shit like that, right? I don't see Drew losing that belt anytime soon. I think Drew's going to hold the belt for a while. I do. Do I see Kiana James winning? Not really. Like, Kiana James versus Jade Cargill? The fuck? No, that's not a WrestleMania match. I mean, I'm glad she's getting the opportunity. I think she'll do great in the match. But, no. No, we're not gonna. How long is she out for? Who are we talking about? Chelsea Green. Oh, yeah, Chelsea Green broke her ankle. She'll be back probably by WrestleMania. It's not like an absolute career-ending injury. They're gonna have her back by WrestleMania, I think. So she'll be okay. She'll be good. What are they doing with Chelsea Green? Man, they need to go ahead and push her as a main eventer. Because I love me some Chelsea. I'm waiting on Brendan. I'm going to wait a little bit longer for Brendan Watson to drop his donation. Kind of trying to see what he wants to do. Oh, yeah, that's something. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendan Watson is going to retain his international title. He will keep the belt for one more week. There it is. Brendan Watson, let me tell you something, buddy. I get it. I get it. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. But you were able to donate just enough to retain the belt. Congratulations. You're going to keep that belt for another week. So next week, you will defend this belt. That will be the chamber after. The SmackDown after chamber, excuse me. That will be the SmackDown after chamber. And that's going to be quite the show because that will officially be the start to WrestleMania build. We'll see what they do. So, yeah. Wow. The donations tonight. Incredible. Good to have Three Diglets back. The King has returned. And then Brendan Watson retains his belt. We're going to see what things are going with that. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. You could be anywhere else. You continue to choose me. And I am grateful to have you here. As you follow out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all. Tomorrow night, we come to Chicago for the Elimination Chamber. I will see you tomorrow night for Chamber. Don't miss it. I'll catch you guys next time. Right here. And Alex's World. That place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.